So I'm sitting here with someone who is new to Louisville, kind of, and new to Actors Theatre, kind of. Could you introduce yourself for the people in the audience today?
I'd be delighted. I'm Robert Barry Fleming, and I'm the incoming artistic director of Actors Theatre of Louisville.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Tara.
Yes, and you are a Kentucky native, is that right?
I am. I grew up about 55 minutes away in Frankfort, Kentucky.
And as a longtime theater professional, you've come to the Humana Festival before you had any direct involvement with this company. What's it been like to come back here for the festival knowing that this is your new gig?
You know, the first time I came was 2016, and I came and was just floored by the excellence of the work, the kind of community engagement. I came during college days in 2016.
So fun.
To see that kind of vigorous engagement with college students, with the keynote speaker, and it was spectacular. And so coming back this time, I have all of the, vestigial wonderful glow of that, but to know that I'm going to have the opportunity to serve and lead in such a distinguished organization with such a vibrant staff and board is really just a dream come true.
That's wonderful. So we've asked everybody to answer the same question, and we're going to put it to you now, to think about a person in your life who is responsible for you being here now. Could be a mentor, a parent, a friend, a teacher, and we'll learn a little bit about who maybe has been on your mind while you've been at the Humana Festival. Who would you like to talk about?
Of course, parents are always in the front, but the person that has been really resonating for me is Dr. Winona Fletcher, who was a professor at Kentucky State University, who ran the theater program at that time, and had asked my brother if he wanted to be Travis in a production of A Raisin in the Sun, to which he gave a prompt, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, I want to do that. I want to definitely do that. And so I got the opportunity to have my first experience with theater, with Dr. Fletcher casting me as Travis in this college production. And I instantly knew that this was where I was going to be for the rest of my life. I knew it was instantaneous that this place of imagination, exploring the human condition, even as a 6-year-old, I knew that it was everything that I wanted to be connected with. It was a fascinating community, and there has not been a sweeter moment than to be able to call 92-year-old Winona Fletcher a few weeks ago and say, I'm going to be the incoming artistic director at Actors Theatre of Louisville. And it's a great joy that I was able to share that with her as just a real round, full circle moment.
It's lovely when that actually happens in real life. And in addition to just giving you the role and giving you the chance, what did this professor teach you about theater, about being a colleague, maybe, about how to tell a story?
I think Dr. Fletcher was really like the first great leader that I saw. She was a wonderful director and very accomplished. But her command of a room in such a compassionate and loving way was, it was more than being a great nurturer. It was like she had a rigorous and ferocious intellect that, to this day she's 92 and she's still as sharp as she was when I was 6, you know, and it's kind of like when I grow up, I want to be you. I hope I'm still that sharp when I'm 92.
Right. Yeah, you must have had a good experience that first time to say, this is where I want to be.
Yeah, and it was good because it was also hard. You know, the content of the play is kind of complicated.
How much were you taking in of it at that age, do you think?
Well, you know, I think people would have said I was somewhat precociously old, like an old soul, even at 6. So I think there was a lot that I did kind of understand, and with 2 parents who were professors, they were pretty articulate about their own experience and read a lot and read to us and took us to a lot of artistic enterprises in our youth. Most of them we didn't really understand. She took us to the Chinese opera when we were like 4 and 5. We mostly slept in her lap, but I think there's something that happens by osmosis, just
you
being
absorb something.
exposed to the arts, just having that opportunity, and I think it just does something to your critical thinking. I mean, it's documented that there's science in that, having that exposure to art. So I had that kind of great experience of like having all of that rich arts experience, going to museums, seeing ballet, going to the opera, and to my first love, the theater. To then get to do it myself, like I think I thought I was at the ripe old age of 6 because I'd already had all of these arts experiences.
Yes, certainly.
But it was special. It was really special, and it's been something that's worthy of. I have felt it's been worthy of all my time and energy and commitment my whole life. To be have the privilege to be a part of such a spectacular discipline.
And how wonderful that you got to tell your mentor your good news.
Yeah, it's kind of rare that you get that kind of, as you say, kind of TV movie moment, and it was really sweet and very moving.
Lovely. So next year we'll be back in this room at the end of the next Humana Festival, which will be the first under your hand.
Yes.
What would you like to do to make your mentor proud?
She was incredibly inclusive, and I would want to see a festival that in every way that possible had the kind of inclusive feel that Humana is known for, and just continuing to deepen and widen in that way.
So what does inclusivity mean to you?
Inclusivity means that irregardless of your age, your gender, your sexual orientation, your race, your ethnicity, your ability, that there's space for a shared vision that includes you. And my hope would be that the work at Actors Theatre of Louisville, as it always has been, continues to deepen and widen in enriching the community with that kind of level of diversity and inclusion.
Sounds good to me. Well, welcome to Louisville.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you.